Now, we all know that AI is the new trend in retouching, but it's not actually replacing retouching. It is actually enhancing our creativity and speeding up our retouching time and also making us achieve the pro results. Now, this thing has been, a lot of people has been using this thing to get a pro like result for a long time. We just don't know, or we just didn't know about it, but now it's everywhere. And now this is what we're going to be doing in this training, how to use this AI to get the result we want to get, and the pro like result. Yes, because it's very, very hard for you to get the pro like result, but if you want to get it, you need to pay for expensive tools and the rest of, and also go for training. And it also, when you do it manually, it takes a longer time for you to get the perfect result. So yeah, a lot of people pay big money for that, and now it's just nowhere to be found because AI is now replacing all of that effort. Okay, so I'm here right now and I'm going to start with this one. Now I just want to show you, already that manual retouching is going to take time for you to manual retouch. So this one is even very easy, the picture right here, and you can see that there are less blemishes and we can work on it. So I just want to show you that for those of you who are beginners, how to actually do this manually and how long it's going to take you. And then I'm going to show you the AI aspect of it, where you can get this result easily, like you can retouch it very fast, and then you can apply it even to batch photos or as many photos you want to apply to. So let's get started. Now we all know the basic one, which I'm going to talk about first of all, is removing and retouching blemishes and making the skin tone smooth. So that's what natural retouching looks like, before we talk about color grading. So that will be in other classes. So let's start. Now the first thing we're going to do is to remove all these blemishes and all of that. So let's look at how we can do that manually and how long it's going to take us. So I'm just going to use actions. Actions, that's even manual anyway. Actions are manual. So this is a manual retouching tutorial for those of you who are just beginner. I'm just going to click on 8-bit because this image is 8-bit. You can see it right here. So just click on FS 8-bit. It's going to take time and it's going to load out, and I'm just going to choose, okay, let's leave it at 6.4, and then we move ahead. So that's just going to form, and then we have where we can actually edit. Although, shout out to Tailings, we have this one. I also have mine here, which is FR2 pixel retouch extreme one click. So I don't like using that anyway. So that's by the way. Now this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the brush tool here, but let's leave that. We're going to be using this one and this one. So the low frequency, we're going to use the mixer tool brush, because if I turn this off, you're going to see it's blurry. So that's the where you use your mixer tool brush. Let's turn this one on. Why this is where you use your clone stamp tool. So we can start with the clone stamp tool, and then you know how to use it, using Alt to sample and just cover up all those places. So that's very simple and basic. So you can see, take and sample. Now this is going to take a longer time because it's manual, and we have AI tools that can run this thing as fast as possible. So that's why I'm showing you that this one will take time. And let's just finish what I'm doing anyway, so that we see what's going on. So I don't want to speed up the video. I think I might do that when I'm editing it. So now we are through removing all those. I'm going to come here and I'm just going to quickly use the mixer tool brush and just paint over, or we can even use the other method, which is the Gaussian blur method. So but now let's just All right, so this is what we have for the now, and we can continue. Like I said, it took me how many minutes? Almost close to 5 or 6 minutes, if not so, for me to just quickly do this and get this result from year to year. So imagine me doing it for every other images, and it's not even perfect yet, because we need to come here and look at the eye frequency and look at all this place. So I need to come and work on all of those. Come here, work on all of those. See, for me to remove everything perfectly, you can see all these pulse holes, and that's just to show you that this thing is, you can actually achieve much with your manual retouching. So you need to start, looking for more ways to clean up the image. Now that's time consuming. So, but let's look at something else, and where we need to balance the skin tones or whatever it is. So let's look at how to balance the skin tones now. And I'm gonna just come here and go to the, let me not use the what's it called now, the actions. Let's just use one method, which is the gradient map method, and there are so many methods in my actions anyway. So all this I'm going to be giving out easily if on the membership. So we have, yes, we have enough skin treatment, and let's go back to the tutorial. So I'm going to close that, and I have 4 to 5 skin correction action, so, and they work perfectly for any skin. So but for this one, we're going to turn it off, double click and open this up. So the darker side, I'm just going to choose somewhere dark in our skin. Let's use this side. Yep, this one. Yep, and then click OK. Let's choose the middle part, double click and click somewhere brighter, somewhere here, and click OK. And then let's click somewhere here and somewhere brighter there. Okay, so we have this for the, let's just use this anyway. So click OK and then turn it on. So we have the skin tones, and we can blend using color. Okay, so let's decrease the opacity to, let's say, 28 for now, and invert, control high. So see how it's taking a longer time for me to finish this. So I'm just going to click on where make sure the foreground color is white, and I'm going to click where I need it. Remember, we've not even attended yeah, somewhere like this. If you can't see the effect, you can increase the brush. That's if you are following up. Now, so this, you're not going to see the effect now, but it's actually working in the background. So let's increase this to make it more visible. Okay, so we have it before and after. So it's already showing. So one thing we can do is to decrease the opacity a little bit. Let's say 50%. Okay, so we succeeded in evening out the skin tones, which is before and after. So you can see it from the drop down right here. Now another thing we can do is to return the blush back, because we took it out. So let's just return the blush back, if there is even any. We can even add blush manually by using solid color and choosing red, and invert, control high. Let's put it on color, and let's just bring back the blush like that. That's too much anyway, but we're gonna use it. So decrease. Yep, so something like this. So yep. All right, so just for the sake of the tutorial, I don't think we need the blush at that side. So we have the blush already, and she's blushing. Okay, so let's decrease a little bit as well, just to make it realistic. So we have our blush. Now one thing we can do, we already did the blush too. Okay, and we already balanced the skin tone. So these are the basic things. Then the last one is to work on the highlights and the shadows, which is dodging and burning. So just curve and see how long it's actually taking me to do that. So we can even brighten the image up a little bit because it's looking darker, but let's maintain the originality. Let's maintain the lightning. So I'm just going to come here and decrease the flow, create curve, and you already see how it is. Control I. If I invert it, you see how bright it is. So I can brighten up the places I need to brighten, which is that side, and just the difference between, you can see that. And we can also brighten up this side just to make our highs pop out the more, and especially a high. We can even brighten this place, and yeah, as well. So one thing we can also do is to create a stem visible layer, and that stem visible layer is to work on the dodging and burning. For example, look at this side, we can work on it and looking darker, and we can work on it. So but AI tool can make this thing, our life, easy, like really easy. You can see how this place is not even using looking too uniform to me. So but let's take it far and let's see what we are doing. If it's too much, so it's looking too much to me, we're going to decrease the opacity to somewhere like that. And if you want to do dodging and burning, you can go ahead. So but for now, this is where basic retouching can get us to. And I can tell you, when I create a stem visible layer, I can go to my actions and even increase, and that's because it's an action. You see, because it makes our life easy, I can sharpen it, I can add contrast. Let's even sharpen it, and let's see. And I can increase it. So sharpening it will bring this effect, a very clear effect. We didn't even work on the lips and the eyebrow. Yeah, and it took us this much long. Now I just sharpened it from far. You can see that, you can notice that before and after. See how pronounced? That's because I used one of the actions. So manual retouching really gonna get you limited. We didn't even work on the eyebrow, we didn't work on the eyelashes, we didn't even brighten up the eyes or make it white, although there are actions for it. I think ticked white now. Okay, we can use that one. We can also use, there are a lot of actions I can use for that, but let's leave that aside. I'm going to use my manual method of making it white. So let's go to hue and saturation, go to the yellows, and bring back the yellows, down the yellows. Okay, so even if bring back the yellows and go to the curve, increase the curve like that, and desaturate. Yep, let's go a little bit and desaturate that part. So I'm going to group these two together and mask, control high, and you know what to do, paint with the brush too, and the eyelashes. So that's going to give us the white effect of the eyes. So but if it's too much, you can remove that. Now before and after, so that's too bright anyway, you can bring it down a little bit, so to make it more realistic. Good. So we have the eyes white, and you can also use that method for any other eyes. So how long did it take us? I don't even know, but we can export this and compare it later. Let's go export. So it's exporting, and just imagine we didn't even work on the lips using liquify, we didn't manage the nose. You see a lot of things we need to do in this manual retouching, we didn't even do it. But you can imagine using AI to speed up that workflow. And okay, so I'm just going to export it to the background, sorry, desktop. So let's just export to desktop 1. Let's call it 1. So now I'm going to show you how to use AI to get the best out of this in less minutes, like in less minutes.